So, this is Mike, nostressmike.com, and I'm answering the comment that I couldn't find on the video, uh, losing the American way of life, that video. And the guy made two comments, they were lengthy. And then here's the second comment, and he disagrees with looking in a mirror. Uh, and because he is taking personal responsibility. This is what I was saying. These people believe they're taking personal responsibility by doing like everybody else. That's the meaning of a sheep. Yeah, so that's he missed that. I think he doesn't understand what a sheep is. And then he was talking about how big and powerful the bureaucracy and the government is to lay down laws and directives. Okay, and that means to take personal responsibility, you need to go along with that. Okay, that would be, except for the Constitution kind of gets involved in there. Okay, uh, we, the people, are more powerful than the bureaucracy and the government. We have given them powers. One of those powers is to make laws. I mean, this is what they say, a land of laws or whatever like that. But all this is going on is not a law. And directive, I'm not quite sure what a directive is, but as a person that believes in the Constitution and has morals, I don't think you can, and I will consider it when you make a directive. I mean, you're telling people, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, I mean, if something is really going on and they're to do their job, you need to go home. Well, I can see that, but that's only going to be for a day or two. Get the thing taken care of. I mean, I'm not going to stay home all the time. So, and then like I say, so once they made this directive, and see, they just asked us to stay home, and then they asked us, to stay 6 foot apart, and then they asked us to wear a mask, and now we're not asking. Now it's a directive. I mean, we have to obey. Why? A moral person would ask why. A person that takes personal responsibility would ask why. And like I say, they don't have any good questions or good answers. What's funny is anything that you find, you're going to find the opposite. I mean, whatever they think is a fact, you're going to find the opposite part. Somebody else will have a study different than what their study is, and they come up with different things. I mean, I even heard this virus isn't even a virus, it's bacteria. So just to let you know, it is that that's weird that they can come up with all this weird stuff. Oh man. And but I say, let me see. So he was concerned about the government, and then we have a responsibility, a personal responsibility to survive and do that with our dependents. And we do that by doing as we're told. Well, I guess he's never been in the military. He's never seen war. So you don't always do as you were told. So, but now to survive, you're right. If you really want to survive, you do as you're told. I made a video about that. If you don't have a plan and you don't know what's going on, well, you do as you're told. Then once you start getting a little time to evaluate the situation, you can come up with a plan. And then that's called taking personal responsibility. So that here, let me read this some more. Okay, and now we're back to, he's saying when you're doing as you're told, that's called taking responsibility. That's not a sheep. So, I mean, he really doesn't he's got to be a young person to not understand personal responsibility, the difference between personal responsibility and just going along with other people. It's kind of like a sheep. And so I think that must have kind of hurt him when I said that. And I guess that means I'm not polite. Does that mean I'm polite? When I'm saying what I believe is realistic and it's something different than what you believe, then I need to shut my mouth and do as I'm told to be polite. I don't know. I don't know if that's what he's saying or not. But like I said, I take personal responsibility. I think things out and I react according to what I think. And then, but he says, now, the reality is when in Rome, you act like the Romans. He's right. He is right. That's what my video was all about. Okay. In Rome, they got the Roman way of living their life. Here in the United States, we got the American way of living our lives. And that's what's going on with this Marxist communist, they call it a revolution, and it may be, if they keep pushing it, it may be, and like I say, now you're putting me into a situation. But like I say, when I'm in foreign countries, I do act like they do in foreign countries. Now, to a point, but I will always do what I feel is moral. But like I say, Cuba and China were the two communist countries. Well, Cuba, I just spent 10 days in Cuba. And in China, I lived there. So, but like I say, I will admit, in Cuba and China, I did at times go along with the sheep. I was a sheep in certain times. And the reason is I knew, and this is what I was saying, if I don't wear the mask, you're going to call the police, have me put in prison or kill me? That's what they do in Cuba and China. That's why I say that. And I'm waiting for somebody to tell me, yeah, I'm going to call the police. Well, then, we'll call the police and then I'm going to ask the police the same question. You mean if I don't wear the mask, you're going to imprison me or kill me? Because that is the communist Marxist way of getting all the sheep to do the same thing. Don't do the moral thing. Don't take personal responsibility. No, we don't want that. We just want you all doing what we, the bureaucrats and the government, says you should do. Why? They're communists. And they're the ones that control the imprisons and killing people. And so, like I say, just going to imprison me, brainwash me, make sure I understand what I'm doing is not right. Thinking for myself. What are you doing thinking for yourself? You got to think of others. Think how they feel. What? Okay, but like I say, is that are we to that point? Now, when we get to that point, I will wear my mask. Man, once I know you're going to be imprisoning me or killing me, I will wear my mask. By then, I do know this is not the American way, But up to now, I'm still got this kind of thing about living the American way. But anyway, that's basically what I understood of his questions and what his reactions were. Like I say, I couldn't find it on the video. And anyway, I probably have to answer him with, I'm going to have to make a video to answer your questions. And that's why I don't like long comments because they get complicated. So, but anyway, sometimes I do have to make a video to explain things. And so, is that person a sheep? Yes. Okay. If he's watching this video, now he doesn't have to, and then I know he's going to disagree. And it's okay. That's the American way. If we were in Cuba or China and he disagreed, well, I guess I'm going to the camp or get killed. But anyway, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com.